This is my favorite time of year, so I thought with a traditional holiday poem, I would try to bring you all some cheer. 'Twas the week before the final show, and all through the paddock, all the horses were stirring, even those racing fanatics. And then from the track there arose such a clatter. Dial or no dial knew there were records to shatter. With some of the top drivers here racing so lively, so quick, many of them wishing they could all be like Tim Tetrick. But as the 2012 season drives to a finish, I'd like to close this poem by wishing you all a very happy Christmas. Coming up in this next half hour, Dial or No Dial tries to finish the year strong. And this week's Blast from the Past is 66 years old, but is still hammering home victories. Keep it right here on Comcast Sportsnet for racing's fastest paced half hour. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here, Brett Messenger to the early. 55 before the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Ho, 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 ho. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the special holiday edition of PA Harness Week. My name is not Santa Claus. I'm Steve Ross. This is Heather Moffat, and we're dressed up like a couple adults, not adults, to commemorate this special holiday season. Harrah's, Philadelphia, as you know, is now officially closed, but we'll be back in action in the springtime. In the meantime, I know what you're saying to yourself, the folks out there saying, but what's to become of Heather and Steve during the off-season and the downtime? Simple. They ship us off to a home for unviewed harness hosts. And there we will knit, and we'll sit, and we'll rock in our rockers until they call upon us again, hopefully in April, to do this all over again and a brand new season of PA Harness Week. Now,
I missed that memo, by the way. I had no idea that that's what we were doing.
Just practice this. Look.
I will.
Well, and next week's show, we are so excited. Why? Because it's going to be such a fun show, even more than usual, because we're going to have the best of the year in review. We're going to have bloopers. I mean, all kind of fun stuff that happened during the course of the season. But for right now, we're not done, because we have, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Friday's 12th race here at Harrah's Philly. And one of the horses in there is in such rare form, one of Heather's favorites, and that steed is Dial or No Dial. That squeaky clean horse. So let's give us that, babe, okay?
This purse, by the way, $75,000, okay?
He's still my heart.
Yes, I know. Open pacers. Now, yeah, usually I can kind of make rhyme or reason out of what the bettors are thinking, and I don't usually question the fans out there, but I'm a bit baffled by this race. We've got number 2 in here. We Will See. He's the favorite. Love We Will See, okay? Multi-millionaire. They don't come much more talented than him. However, he has been beaten the past 2 times by Dial or No Dial, all right? So number 8 is Dial or No Dial. Not your first choice, that's We Will See. Not your second choice, not your third choice. 4th choice in here at 10 to 1? Like, I don't get it. Big deal, he's got the 8-hole, but he went out of the 7-hole last time out. There's also number 1 in here. You got to check him out, Mr. Hassini. He's been in America for 6 starts. He's won 5 of them. It's hard to leave out a horse that's huge on his confidence right now. All right, let's watch.
Sapphire City is gunned to the lead by Brent Holland. Dial or No Dial is up close to the pace and will attack Sapphire City into the first turn. We Will See came away 4 lengths off the leaders in third. A length and 3/4 to Mr. Hassani, fourth by 2.5. Second wind is fifth. Abelard Hanover is sixth. 10 lengths off a pace. He's usually a lot closer than the 6th position in the early going. But he's 2.5 better than Hypnotic Blue Chip, and Mares Hanover is the trailer. 26 and 3 for the first quarter. Passed us on the first occasion. Sapphire City leads Dial or No Dial by a length and 3/4 with We Will See. A cool and calculated third with a circuit to go. Now Ron Pierce guides We Will See to the outside, and he's gaining gradually while tracked by Mr. Hassani on the bridge turn. Abelard Hanover's got room to save ground. He's worked his way to within 4.5 lengths of Sapphire City at the half mile. Second wind is third over with 5 to make up. Mares Hanover and Hypnotic Blue Chip are the trailing twosome, 6.5 lengths off the lead of Sapphire City, who pulled the half way back, 56 seconds flat. 3/8 to go. Sapphire City leads by just a length. We will see. Is closing into that margin with every stride. Now just a half length away. Dial or No Dial will await the open stretch. Mr. Hassani close enough if good enough. 2 lengths off the lead. Second wind's got 3.5 to make up. Wide of a pin down Abelard Hanover. Hypnotic Blue Chips behind excess cover. Mares Hanover's a ground saving last. Jammed in 5 off the top trio. 3/4, 123-1. They stack up for the sprint home. Sapphire City put to the test now. Mr. Hassani fanned off the cover of We Will See. And down the inside, Dial or No Dial's called upon for everything he's got. Dial or No Dial.
I am so psyched. What happened?
Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, Sapphire City busts out of the gate out of this 6-hole. Now, right behind him, though, Dial or No Dial gets a perfect garden spot trip. But then here comes We Will See. He's first up. Looks really, really good, right? But Dial or No Dial with that perfect trip. David Miller, cool as a cucumber, just waits to the stretch, pulls on the left line, comes down the passing lane, wins at 150-1. Dial or No Dial's 4th straight victory. And Mr. Hassini was second. Still Loving America, Sapphire City, big odds, big effort, and he took 3rd.
How do we top that? You'll have to stay tuned to find out, because more action from Harris, Philadelphia is coming up, and it's going to be in your face in a matter of moments. Don't go away.
And on the far outside, here comes the General.
Feel the action. Get a taste of victory. Spice things up. And play to win. Enter to win one of 3 Fiat 500s in our Fiat Trio giveaway. Mohegan Sun, Off-Track Wagering, Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
NF quotable got
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.
When it's your time to shine, what will you do? At Mohegan Sun, wherever tonight takes you, it's your time to shine.
Hey there, you, and welcome back to a special holiday edition of PA Harness Week. Along with Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, and our Kelly Connors, who is up in the Poconos, where she does all her undercover work. Well, there's a popular horse up there. He's been on the show many, many times. His name is Million Pennies, and from experience, Heather can tell you that $1,000,000 pennies equals what in dollar amount?
$10,000.
You know your stuff, girl.
I can't believe I actually remember that.
Amazing, right? Okay.
Amazing.
And $1,000,000 pennies driver is Matt Romano, and our Kelly caught up with Matt to find out what's the deal about sitting behind this quality horse.
Thanks, guys. Well, 2012 was a big year here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs because for the first time ever, fans had the opportunity to cast their vote for their favorite harness racing horse. That honor went to $1,000,000 pennies, who most recently captured the Pompano Open last Saturday night. And we caught up with trainer and driver Matt Romano before he headed down south. You achieved a really big career milestone with him. Tell us about that.
Well, I won my 2,500th win with Pennies right here, and I couldn't have been prouder. It was probably the only horse I really would want it with would be him, and he makes me come to the track every Saturday night. If I didn't have any other horse to drive, I'd love to drive him every week. He's just so easy to drive, and the fans appreciate it, and the announcer appreciates it.
We always love seeing your smile face and your waving. You think we'll see Pennies back in 2013?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Kelly. And I want to thank my owners, the gentleman, CNF Associates. He picked the horse out at the Meadowlands 2 years ago, and he saw something in him, and we got a Million Pennies.
Great guy and a great horse. Now, racing fans, don't forget to tune in next week as we reveal the rest of the 2012 award winners here on PA Harness Week. Back to you guys.
So you say you want more racing action. Is that what you're saying? Come on, I can take it. Tell me. You want more racing action?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. What about Sunday at Harris, Philadelphia, 15 claimer worth 12 dimes on the line? You ready for this one? Number 3, Ideal Gift with Georgie Knapp was the prohibitive 3-5 chalk. Number 4, Mobile was 5-2 with Eric Adele. Number 5, Ray's Western with Dave Miller was off at 5-1. And let's see how the action unfolds.
Ideal Gift, the target. Ideal Gift leads it by 2 as they straighten up the backstretch. On the inside is Mobile. On the outside, Ray's Western under pressure. Poised second over is General Montgomery, who could pose a late stretch threat for the favorite. Down on the inside, Night Train Shane has been shuffled back to 5th. And then Mr. Tommy Fra and Prestissimo completes the line of 7 as they head on the final turn in 124. Ideal Gift still with the upper hand. Ray's Western's been out a long way. Perched to move 3 wide. General Montgomery starting to heat up. Down toward the inside. Mobile needs a way out. Night Train Shane's between horses. And on the far outside, Mr. Tommy Fra. And on the far outside, here comes the General. Ideal Gift is given way between horses. Ray's Western third, but down to the line. General Montgomery in a shocker at 37-1.
Quick, call the bomb squad. The tote board just blew up. Number 8, General Montgomery. Did I scare you?
Just a little bit.
General Montgomery, a 37-1 bomber with Corey Callahan. I'm sorry. Started last and steadily worked up into a perfect second over trip. Got up and won in a length in 1:53-1. Number 6, Prestissimo was off at 9-1 with Tim Teacher. Got the belly. Ideal Gift, the 3-5 chalk, was no present for the bettors, cutting the mile and then tired to finish third. The 8-6 Exacta, or as they say up in Canada, Exactor, paid $1,010.40. That's Parlay Plus. The 862 Trifecta, $1,801. And by the way, Corey Callahan won the second two. So if you have a proclivity for betting Corey Callahan and you bet a Corey Callahan double, you got back $688.80 for your trouble. And as they say in the parlance of horse racing, that ain't chopped liver, babe.
They say that for a lot of things. I know we use it on the show because you say it's always used for horse racing, but they say it for some other things too.
You got some more action for us?
I do. After I'm done teasing you. Okay, yes, we have trotters now. The purse, $10,000. Number 4, a Gentleman. Beaten favorite last time out, taking a dropping class here. Number 8's Knight's Fleet. This is his 7th start in a row with a different driver for this horse. Timmy Tetrick's on board this week, but last week Corey Callahan, before that Ron Pierce, before that Howard Parker, before that Andy Miller, before that Eric Carlson.
Does this horse have a problem bonding with a driver?
Yeah, I think so. He has a problem with commitments, definitely. Number 7, Precious Metal. A youngster in this one at 3, been racing in New York, and this horse is new to the Tom Shea stable.
Moving on the final turn and mixing it up here, Knight's Fleet, 127-1. Knight's Fleet now overtaken on the outside by Marion Miss Julie. But in the offing, here comes Precious Metal. Looking heated up. Moving off the cones. Compromise there. A Gentleman had to switch lanes. And then comes Hey Big Tuna and Somali Crown. Into the stretch. First to face the Sunday crowd is Marion Miss Julie, taken on by Precious Metal. And here comes A Gentleman. Storming home now. A Gentleman.
A Gentleman gets the front and then keeps it past the stands until Ron Pierce, that Gentleman, lets Tim Tetrick get the front. But then they're coming around the last turn. Knight's Fleet getting a little bit tired because really being pressured by Marion Miss Julie. So Ron Pierce, he's sitting there, even though he's got like a perfect spot right now, he's like, I'm not waiting for the passing lane. I'm going to make a horizontal move, shimmy across the racetrack, and trot on by. And I'm going to show these whippersnappers a thing or two because a gentleman wins. He's 9 years old in here. Most of these other horses, younger rivals, wins in 156 and 4. Precious Metal was second. Marion, Miss Julie was third.
All right, more action coming up from Harris, Philadelphia. So fasten your seatbelt. We're coming right back at you. Don't go away.
Up top, it's Pilgrims All In, who's kicked away in a 27-1 opening quarter.
Feel the action. Get a taste of victory. Spice things up. And play to win. Enter to win one of 3 Fiat 500s in our Fiat Trio giveaway. Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hey there, welcome back to PA Harness Week. All gussied up for the holiday season with such a festive outfit and gaiety abounding from everywhere. Can you feel all this gaiety abounding here?
I can. I feel like decking a hall or stuffing a stocking.
Ooh, good stuff. Okay. All right, by the way, next week on the show, we're going to have a great fun show. It's going to be the season conclusion, and I will be driving in a media race, and I will be showing everybody, including you drivers, how it's done. But that's just a tease, because this week, to tee you up for that, those of you, a lot of you out there know that our producer, Bruce Casella, was a sportscaster at several stations. He was at 3810, he was Comcast Sportsnet, and when he was at Comcast Sportsnet, Bruce was in a media race at Garden State Park. And it was only three horses in the race, and he was against Ron Burke, a familiar name, and Pete Christie. And Bruce is 2 for 2 in his career. So I thought, as a little prelude to my big race coming up next week, the real reason to watch, we would show Bruce's media race from Garden State Park from the late 90s, and here it is.
Now there goes Bruce Casella. He shakes the lines up. He's given the Hall of Fame drive, and Bruce Casella takes off at Mike's best. Pete Christie is driven hard in second. Now Ron Burke is beginning to make his move. He's only about a $3 cab ride out of it as they come past 3/4, and it's going to be Bruce Casella. He's thinking wire to wire. He's going to meet up with Pete Christie, though, in the lane. You can almost feel it. You can probably see it, too. 3/4 and 1:43 and 2 as they're going for the Comcast record. And in third, Ron Burke. He's pretty much going to finish up the trifecta. And all of a sudden, Mike's best and Bruce Caselli's entire straight. He's shaking the lines. He's praying. And the beads are flopping up in the air around his neck. And Pete Christie on the outside is coming with each and every stride. And Bruce turned around. He went to intimidate him. Pete Christie, and he has. He looked over and he wished that Pete Christie's horse broke, and he did. And Bruce Caselli's on his way. Look at those hands go. Bruce, keep your day job. And Bruce Casella and Mike's best wins the Comcast Invitational.
I have to admit, I was fairly impressed. I mean, Bruce, he went to the front, boom. Of course, his main competition made a break, but he still won by a handful or more. And,
Fairly impressed? I was hugely impressed, Bruce. Huge.
Yeah,
I'm your biggest fan, baby.
Oh, yeah, sucking up to him. Wait a minute. Next week, I'm doing my thing. No Santa stuff. I got my game face on. It'll be good. Be here next week, okay?
I will be.
Thank you. And I hope you say nice things about me, too. All right, Sunday's 10th. A condition trot on one is at $13,000 in their last 5 starts. $17,000 was the prize money on the line. Number 1, Automatic with Ron Pierce was the 8-5 chalk. Number 5, MC Felix, the cat, 2-1 with Anthony Napolitano. Number 6, Civic Duty with Timmy Tetrick was the 7-2 third betting choice. And here's the call.
Here comes Andy Miller and the Chancellor. Then a gap of 3 to Civic Duty. Apparition moves up 1 spot. Down to the inside is Paisley and Russian Supreme as they converge and gang up on Pilgrims All In, who has squandered the lead to the Chancellor as they move on the final turn. The Chancellor in front. Taking up the chase now is MC Felix. Nothing left for Pilgrims All In. Then Apparition and Civic Duty. 3/4 came up in 1:25. Coming to the top of the stretch. And the Chancellor The Chancellor at 20-1. In front here by 3. On the inside, MC Felix in second. A gap of 6 between horses. Russian Supreme. Far outside is Paisley. Down to the line, it's the Chancellor.
Well, as Gomer Pyle was fond of saying, surprise, surprise, surprise. Automatic, the Pointer Sisters horse, made a break right at the start. And you know how the fans love to see those 3 to 5s break. Yes, indeed. Right at the start, and you go like, ugh. Anyway, number 8, the Chancellor, off at 20-1 with Andy Miller. Left got a seat third and took the lead at the 3/4 and won it by a length in 154-1, paying $42.40 to boot. It was 3 wins on the day for Andy, but he had to take a back seat to Corey Callahan, who had one more. He had 4 wins on the day. MC Felix the Cat was second. Russian Supreme off at 14-1 with Eric Adele got third. There is even more for you, and Heather's got the very next race. It was race 11, and here it is.
Fillies and Mares taking center stage here. The purse is $10,000. Number 1, Jimmy the Terror. Bettor's Choice. Fillies and Mares, they name her Jimmy.
What's up with that, you know?
She's a tomboy, maybe. I don't know. Number 7, Ash LaRue. I haven't seen Timmy drive her before. She's got really good gate speed, and, you know, Timmy really knows how to get him out of the gate, so I'm interested in seeing how this goes for her. She's super tough. Number 4 is Hostess Lisa. Been in the Midwest, her whole career. Oh, what?
Every time I hear Hostess, I cry because Hostess just went out of business.
Okay, anyway. That's very funny. Okay. I gotta give you props. Gotta give you props where they're due. All right, anyway. This is Hostess Lisa's third start here in Philly.
Don't say Hostess.
Jimmy the Terror. On the outside, it's Ty Kesamoon. Nothing between them. Looking to pounce on the outside is Hostess Lisa third. Behind that trio, Ash LaRue, 124-3. 28-2 third quarter. It's absolutely wide open now. Out from between horses, short lead, Ty Kesamoon. And there goes Hostess Lisa. Hostess Lisa takes the lead.
Ash LaRue clicked off the first quarter, but Jimmy the Terror at 7-5 took over shortly after. It was in deep stretch, though. Just calm down when I say this. Hostess Lisa, she got a really great second over trip and fans out, wins by more than a length in 153-3 with Andy Miller at the controls.
I want a Twinkie!
Miller pays another nice price here, $26 for the win. Jimmy the Terror held on for second, and then Taikisa Moon, she was super gutsy, she was third.
Alrighty. Well, guess what? Jimmy Pants, you can pronounce his last name however you want to.
Paliano?
That's close enough. Jimmy Pants reached the milestone at Freehold. We'll have that for you. And also, there's a guy who has, in our blast from the past, a guy who can still get it done. He knows how to hammer home a winner. You know who we're talking about? We'll be right back.
Roger Hammer is stalking Ron Pearson. Fans to the outside, full of trot.
Tonight, it's ladies' night. The lights are low, and the stakes are high. Sometimes ladies' night is just a date night in disguise. At Mohegan Sun, wherever tonight takes you, it's your time to shine.
Hello there, you, and welcome back to our
holiday edition of PA Harness Week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for our Blast from the Past.
Okay, this is a really special one for me because this guy, Roger Hammer, has been around seemingly forever. He's been a regular on the Liberty Bell Brandywine circuit, God rest their souls. And he was always the guy that put the pedal to the metal. When Roger Hammer got behind a horse, whether it was Two Ride Boy or any of the great horses he drove, it was always pedal to the metal, man. That's the only way he knew how to drive. Well, he doesn't drive a lot these days. He does a lot of training, but he's around all the time. He's a really terrific guy. And this had to be one of the highlights, if not the big highlight of his career. He won the Hambletonian. Let's watch Roger Hammer in action.
They call him the Hammer, a driver who is the epitome of what the sport is all about. He's hardworking, dedicated, and says You got to do your homework before each and every race.
Knowing the different style of driver for different drivers and what horses you are and what favorites you got to follow and which ones you think are the best, you know. It's more like a strategy game.
Hammer got his start at an early age.
I started as a groom and went as a groom to training with my dad. Then I got a trainer's license. Then I got a driver's license. And I started driving when I was 16. I love it because I love horses and I love the race. And I love any kind of a sports game, you know. And besides that, I've had some good horses, you know, and they make you want to stay around longer.
Hammer's biggest day of his racing life came on August 6th of 2005, winning one of the sport's biggest and most prestigious races, the Hambletonian, driving Vivid Photo to victory in the $1.5 million race.
And on the outside, here comes a classic photo with Ron Pierce. He's tracked all the way by Vivid Photo. Roger Hammer is stalking Ron Pierce, and fans to the outside full of trot. 124, they're in the stretch of the Hambletonian. Strong Yankee, and they're looking to swarm in. Classic Photo, Vivid Photo on the outside. Out of the pocket, Muscle Memory, 3 across the track. In deep stretch, it's Vivid Photo on the outside, and he's home free for Roger Hammer. From the Pennsylvania Fairs to the Hambletonian Winner's Circle, it's Vivid Photo.
You never get over it. I mean, if I win races from here to now, I'll never win a race like that. You know, that was one of my first times I raced in the Hambletonian, to win it with my own horse, you know, my own partners with Todd Shadle. That was the greatest thing there ever was. You know, when anybody wins the Hambletonian, to them, some likes Little Brown Jug. For me, it's the Hambletonian because it's a trotter, not pacers.
Despite his age, he still says he's excited to drive these wonderful animals. He's watched this sport struggle in the past several years, but he never gave up. After all, it's in his blood. Now that slots are a factor, it's like old times.
One time we hit a decline, you know, but now with the slots in and everything went back up, and it's back now where the owners can make money by paying a training bill. Before it was tough for them because you wouldn't race for no purses. You always had to go to Canada or Meadowlands to race, and that's the only place that had the money.
H. Hall with late pace, but it's Alastor Hanover in front by a length at the end.
I see myself just messing around with the horses yet. Probably till I die, you know.
Wow, what a race.
Yes.
The Hambletonian, and Roger Hammer captured that bad boy. Think he was excited?
Well, you know, Roger is known for just leaving out of a gate, cutting a mile with a horse, but everyone was so shocked when he took back in the biggest race in the world and comes from behind and wins with this horse. Yeah, I mean, just it blew everybody away when he did it. But he had some madness to his method, you know.
And he is the winner of the Hambletonian with Vivid Photo. Another blast from the past, terrific. And we had a milestone reach at Freehold Raceway. It was last Friday, and it was Jimmy Pants, one of the really good guys in our sport, and he won race number 6,000, which is 5,998 more than Bruce Casella and 5,999 more than me.
Wow. Yeah, when you put it in perspective like that, it's pretty amazing.
But our UDR is 1,000 and his ain't. So there you go. What do you think of that, Jimmy Pants? All right, from all of us here at PA Harness Week, we want to wish you a glorious holiday season, no matter what you celebrate, be it Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you do. We wish you Ramadan. I want to get everybody in there, okay? Whatever it is, enjoy it with your family. Have a terrific, terrific holiday season and a happy and healthy New Year. And for all of us here, including Bruce Casella, my partner Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway.
Starting fast outside here, Brett Messenger into the air.